Hey, Soul Tribe family, happy Monday. I hope you guys are having a great day. This morning I saw this post about overthinking, and I am an overthinker. I've always been this way, and a lot of times overthinking comes from what you experienced in your childhood. So, for instance, if you were judged harshly, you know, that could be a reason why. Or if you've had situations to where no matter what you did, it was never good enough. Your home environment as well played a part in it if you felt unsafe in it. So there are many reasons why, you can be an overthinker. I know for me, it came from the household that I lived in. My parents were very religious, and it was my mother in particular as to why I became this way. My mother was very domineering, very strict, and I understand that my mother did the best that she could, but these things definitely affected my life in a major way. I was always a very sensitive kid, which now I know I'm an empath. I discovered that through my awakening that I'm an empath. So I was always one that was very sensitive. I could cry at anything, whether I was happy, sad, and whatever. But I know that the environment that I was raised in was what caused me to be an overthinker. My mother was very strict. It didn't matter if I was telling her the truth, I was always deemed as wrong. Like, her friends could come and tell her they saw me doing something, and I could be like, no, that was not me. I was not there. I could even tell her where I was, what I was doing, and I would still be a liar. Not just that, but I always heard my mother commend other people's children, but never praised me. That was a problem for me. Not being a child who was affirmed, And I just felt like my environment caused me a lot of anxiety. And I'm just here to tell you guys that those are things that I had to work on, a part of my shadow work. I became a people pleaser behind that as well, besides being an overthinker and someone who's sensitive. So I've had to work on myself, reparent myself with overthinking. You know what? It's so funny when I think about that overthinking even in my career. Every time like a manager would contact me and say, hey, I need to talk to you, I'd be like, oh, no lie, I would literally go into straight anxiety and panic, like, oh my God. And I start thinking through my head, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? That's how many of you can fuck up your kids, by having them in an environment where they don't feel safe. And that's not good. I had to learn to reparent myself through, meditation, affirmations, exercise, journaling, releasing things that no longer coincided with me. And I'm grateful that I don't get anxious anymore. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that the overthinking, I still work on that. I tend to still continue to do shadow work on that. And that's because sometimes when certain things hit me, like things that have to do with my relationships, sometimes I'll start overthinking, and then I have to go, wait, hold up. No, I haven't done anything wrong, so let's remove all that. We're not in trouble. And those are things that you definitely, I'm telling you, those gray areas that stem back to your childhood, you have to work on those things, because they will show up in your relationships. They will. And I realized that when I was married, like, my overthinking was so crazy all the time. I used to make myself physically ill. But I'm grateful in these last 5 years that I've been single, that I've worked so hard on myself that I don't really get those type of symptoms anymore. So please know that if you are someone who overthinks or you're a people pleaser, you can change those things. You don't have to live like that, because those things will definitely show up in your relationships if you don't continue to work on them. And when you recognize that, okay, this is, I notice I'm overthinking, you have to learn to shift your thinking so that you're not overthinking constantly, because otherwise you'll drive yourself crazy. It's like being on a treadmill constantly. But I just want you to know that, listen, I'm one who, I suffered from that too. And you can definitely change that. You can definitely change that in your life. And I pray that anyone who is an overthinker can do that and will do that. Do your shadow work. Work on the things that are hard sometimes for you to express and address. And if you work on those things, trust and believe me, your life will be so much better. I'm telling you, when you get that freedom, that of knowing that you are content and you love yourself immensely, to where you don't have to be in a space where you're constantly driving yourself mentally insane, you will feel a lot better. I used to feel like that all the time. Like I was constantly on a treadmill. Nothing I ever did was good enough. Nothing I ever did was right, until I had to change my mindset, start meditating, start doing things that really helped me to be better as a human. And when I did that, my whole life changed. You can reparent yourself and be better. So let me know if you guys need any help. You know, I'm a self-love coach. I love to help folks. That's what I'm here to do. I love you, babies. Listen, I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Love and light. Bye.